We had Charlie Casserly, former Redskins GM, on the show, and a couple weeks ago, he said something which was surprising to us. He said, in his opinion, watching the film, Josh Norman is the third best corner on the team.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I normally don't agree much with what Charlie has to say, but it's kind of hard to to rank him, man. He's good at certain things that other corners aren't good at, and vice versa.
Isn't he paid to be the best, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you see a slippage, haven't you, D? You've seen, when he first came here, he played at a higher level than he's played over the last year and a half.
You sound like you're struggling with this, D.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
To the naked eye, perception is reality. And so if I'm a opposing quarterback and I don't go at you, are you? You're good, so I'm not going at you. And so
you're saying he was never good here?
I've always said, I'm not going to say he was never good here, but for what we want him to do in this defense, Josh probably wasn't the best fit. You know what I mean? He was a different kind. Got into it like when me and Richard Sherman got into it a couple years back. It was like, hey, Sherman, you're good for what Seattle asked you to do. But if I was to take you and put you in, let's say, my defense that makes me play man and makes me go follow this guy and that guy and play all sorts of coverages and actually play football and not just play a schemed up version of football, then no, I don't think you're better than me for that. Are you better than me in Seattle's defense? Maybe so. And so that's kind of is a different kind of corner, man, that he's not he doesn't like to sit in there and press and sit and fight with his man at the line of scrimmage. He likes to bail. When you bail, you give up certain things. You're not going to be as quick at comeback routes and curl routes and possession routes, but you tend to keep the deep ball off when you do that. And, I think what happened is, what led to Josh probably being benched is Jay probably was like, look, man, we can't keep giving up big plays. And the conversation probably went back and forth a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't in their locker room, but I would imagine that they weren't pleased with the way Josh was playing, certain coverages. I know that DB coach. I know he probably felt like, look, Jay, I've tried to tell him to do it X, Y, Z. Josh wants to do it his way. And Jay probably came, and made the decision, look, let's get this guy out of here. Let's get another guy in here who's going to do what we asked him to do and what we teach and kind of go from there.
When you say he bails, what do you mean? When you say he bails?
Well, it's a press bail coverage, so where I'm sitting in front of my receiver as a DB, and instead of me sitting there and waiting for them to hike the ball,
you start moving backwards.
That DB, mirroring that receiver, getting my hands on him, I'm just going to open up my hips and run out, as if the dude's running a fade route.
Yeah.
So, it's a good technique to mix up, but Josh plays that technique primarily as his form of coverage. And I never thought you could be really successful playing man-to-man doing that. As a cover 3 corner, absolutely you can press, stay high, wait for fade balls, let your underneath defense, cover all of that. But that's not what we ask Josh to do. We try to ask Josh to play more man than I think he's comfortable playing.
Well, the other thing that that Josh can't do is get in this Twitter battle with Michael Thomas after the game. He just looks petty, whatever. Thomas, I'm sure he's got a big ego, but Norman's got to shut up.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it comes to a point where you just got to play football. Josh is, I think, in love with being a celebrity right now and not necessarily being a football player. And Josh needs to kind of refocus, get back on the grind, get back to the basics technique-wise, and really work because he's not going to live off the reputation of being Josh Norman. Teams are starting to go at him, and he's either going to have to make plays or somebody else is going to get an opportunity to play. I think we've seen the coaching staff kind of take that approach. And so, it's no coming back from being benched. That already happened. He knows it. The team knows it. The outside world knows it. And so for him, he has to, like I said, get focused on just playing football and, playing to the best of his ability. Because if not, it's going to be another guy in